I bet your night was effing incredible.
What?
Because he's part of family and friends and all the things going on in the party and behind the
red
scenes.
carpet.
The red carpet. Like, Zoe had an incredible night. It's up there on stage.
I had a better time underneath, outside the event. The pre-stuff. Like,
of course, it's a great party.
You see Tom real quick, but then, you see Gronk, you see Edelman. Amendola was great seeing him. And I told him this, and there was one guy that was so excited to see me, and I was so excited to see him, a former player. And we went nuts, and we embraced like no two men have ever embraced. Aqib freaking Talib. My man. And he's yelling at me across the way, and I'm like, who the hell's yelling?
That's because you're both crazy.
Yeah.
That's because you're
He's nuts. I'm nuts.
Birds of a feather, these
We
two.
used to have so much. We had such a good time on away trips because I always would see him with his slides on and his headphones. And I always get stuck in the elevator with him. And he's like, I'm bumping this one. You want to hear this one? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, let me something. And we're just dancing in the elevator, man. He played the way he acted off the field. Like, he carried that whole crazy-ass Steve Smith stuff. Like, that's all real, man. Aqib was nuts. And I love the style he played with. I love corners. Like, corners are cocky. Ty's the same way. Ty, me, and Brady lived at 9 Cherrywood Lane in Franklin. And we didn't get the picture together, but we were laughing about it last night. And it's just, it's seeing everybody. Bon Jovi, talking to him for a while. Bill, ran into Bill underneath. And you kind of going back to hit the bathroom. And Bill's under there with his peeps and got to talk to him for a while. And I have not got to talk to him since the end. And it was good to talk to him and see him. Because you didn't. I said, shoot, I wanted to say something.
Did you say, I'm sorry you got fired?
No, I just said, Coach.
What do you say to someone in that?
I said, I haven't seen you since you left. And, told him what I thought of him. He same way. And he's great. It's great with me. But it's like just all that stuff and seeing, the former players that have come back. Like I said, Eugene Chung was there. He came in for it. Larry Wiggum. Sat with him, playmaker, make a play. Some of the greatest.
Number 25.
Some of the greatest speeches. I did a radio show with him for 4
Larry
hours.
Wiggum.
Yeah.
Sorry. I reverted back to that again. I'm sorry.
I did a radio show with him for 4 hours, and all he did was read the paper. And then he wanted to know when he got paid. Like, do I get paid after the show? Like, no. Then you got to put the paperwork in, and then you'll get paid. But
Otis Smith.
Yeah, I saw it. Bumped into Nick Casario. Oh, gosh. Josh McDaniels was there. Billy O'Brien. Bill O'Brien was fired up last night.
Do you know what I feel like Brady night was? What you're doing right now, because everybody just hit the stage and told stories and named everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If we strung together all the name drops last night on stage for 3 hours and 10 minutes, that would be a pretty long list.
And I know some of it got slow for some people.
Snooze fest.
Because of the sit-downs and the amount of...
Snoozer!
So it felt like they had to roll everybody up on stage and like the pre-stage, and you had there's linemen talking, and not that linemen shouldn't talk.
Probably not.
It was funny as F.
Copen and Mankins, that may have been the worst 3 minutes of the entire night.
Oh, stop it. Those guys are great.
It's not an indictment of them as people.
No.
I'm just telling you that they couldn't even speak on the microphone.
Were they the ones that they were like,
Ready to play, ready to play.
I thought, are they drunk? No. And then at one point, was it Copen who said, I'm nervous?
I mean...
Or was it Mankins? One of them did.
I saw those guys at the rehearsal.
Those linemen, they're all the same. You get them confused.
Yeah, but like once you get out there and you see all the people, and you're like, oh boy. Because like they were all doing the rehearsal and they thought it was going to be a piece of cake, and they're like, oh man, I'm tight.
I'll tell you, I
it
just
was
wanted
Ninkovich and Chung when they were like in their ear and they're like, oh, we got to rap. I
mean, imagine that. They were getting guys to wrap up and the thing still went 3 hours and 10 minutes. It just made me want to put the roast back on again.
Well, I mean, you knew this was not going to be the roast, but I thought this was better than what I thought it was going to be. It was. I know it was long.
It was too long, too slow, too much talking, not enough excitement. The best moment of the night was Jay-Z on stage in the first 5 minutes.
Which they didn't even show.
Which, if you were not there, you didn't get a chance to see. But I can tell you, if you were there, you know that was awesome.
And Brady coming out to PSA, like that's what you like. Okay, if it's a dream, this is
I really did. Once the Jay-Z opening happened, I thought, all right, this event might be really good. This may have been, they may have really upped their game here, entertainment value-wise, because of the roast, and they just wanted to blow it out because this was going to be a big deal. That felt like, oh, this is a big deal and a big night with Jay-Z starting the night with a fantastic performance. I'm like, all right,
I wanted 2 more songs out of him, and then Kenny Chesney did "Boys Are Falling."
The energy level was downhill from there.
Yeah.
That was the peak energy level the first 5 minutes, and it was.
I thought there were two moments.
They were like, here's something you've never seen.
There were two
Devin
moments.
McCourty.
Yeah,
Yep.
but there were two moments like you thought, okay, it's where you may get choked up. It was the Randy Moss moment when Randy started to break down, and you could see him starting to tear up, and people just lost it. And when Bill went to the podium.
So I think that was telling.
That was.
I think the round of applause for Bill and the standing ovation for Bill that would not end.
It went on for over 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes.
Was interesting.
And it got louder.
And also, it was
louder.
within the same time frame as when the owner was introduced. And I think the reception for Brady and Belichick was over the moon and was tepid for ownership.
It was a relative golf clap.
It was not excited at all.
That's what owners get, though. You know.
Yeah, I don't expect
Like Jerry-
an owner to get the same as a player or coach, for
Jerry
sure.
down in Dallas would be, you're gonna clap for the players and the coaches, yeah, because like fans view ownership differently. And I saw them all interact. Like there's no, it feels like time has really separated things from the way it ended badly on both accounts, Brady and Bill. Brady walking off the field against Tennessee on a pick six.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't deserve that. Bill didn't deserve the walk away in a half-filled snowy jet game. That was memorable for not good reasons. But it's good to see them, and it was genuine.
Listen, if you want the fairy tale, and that's what you're into,
There's no such thing.
You're not into hearing anything bad and negative about the team or the people you love who played for the team and coached the team, then last night was for you. Because that's what that was. That was fantasy land that they were all living in. And they were selling you on Brady was a Patriot, was always a Patriot, never left, didn't go anywhere. He told you, I'm Tom Brady, I'm a Patriot, as you heard in the clip that we played. That everything was great between Brady and Bill and ownership, and there's no animosity, and there never was. Right? I mean, that's what they were selling you on. Everybody took part in it. Robert, Bill, Brady, they all sold it to you last night. You want the fairy tale? You want the make-believe? You got plenty of it up there. That's what it was. Fantasy camp. Everything is great. Everything was hunky-dory. We're going to pretend that Brady never left. We're going to pretend that it never fell apart after he left. That Bill's still the coach. And everything's cool. That's what that was.
Yeah.
And if that's what you're into, then you got exactly what you went for. Yeah, of course, there was never a problem. He said he'd want to play for nobody but Bill. Well, then why'd he go to Tampa Bay?
Bruce Arians.
Right? I mean, that's what it was, in large part. And man, was it dull for much of the night.
Yeah.
Holy crap, was that dull. Give me the red pen. I will cut out much of this script and we'll tighten this thing up and you'll have a better time.
There was a lot that could have gotten trimmed. No question.
Every single positional group meeting.
Even
could have done without.
Bill's speech could have gotten tightened up a lot.
Yeah, that was rambling.
Tough.
He didn't have great direction. I don't think he gave a great speech.
Oh, I thought
Peyton
Bill was
Manning,
good.
don't even show up.
Yeah, Peyton was a little bit dry. The videos, like if you're not coming, like don't even do the Zoom video. Like it's nice. I get it. They're trying to accumulate as much content as possible. Who'd Tom play against? Let's get all these players to do something like that. Yeah,
I thought there were like big music act things. We got 2 songs.
We got 2 songs. We
got Jay-Z for 1 song, Kenny Chesney for 1 song. That was it.
Those guys are on retainer here.
Yeah, I mean, Jay-Z has a contract with the NFL thanks in part to Robert Kraft making a deal with Jay-Z to have a contract with the NFL. Kenny Chesney is, you can call him and he's here in less than 24 hours. And they have like a red phone. They pick it up and it's like, Kenny,
need you.
I'm going to need you tonight. It's like calling the bullpen. Kenny's here.
Why is Jay-Z in his camp?
Basically,
Why is Jay-Z in his camp so dead set against the pictures and the videos?
It's probably has to do with music rights and contracts and legal things. That's what it's about.
I guess.
It's a mega act.
Yeah. But you get to that point, like you've been filmed and videoed so many times. You know what I mean? You see all the snippets of him and Beyonce at concerts and performing together.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.